Today's a bucket list day. I'm flying my airplane from Nanaimo all the way around Vancouver Island. So heading north up to the very tip and then around the north coast along the whole west coast of the island, which is super raw, rugged terrain. There's nothing out there. Hook around Victoria and back to Nanaimo. So it's about a 550 nautical mile trip. Plane is dialed, weather is dialed. My buddy's linking up with me for formation flight around the whole island. So let's do it.
I've wanted to fly all the way around Vancouver Island for as long as I can remember. Since I got my pilot's license about 7 years ago, it was definitely on my bucket list. It's a little bit of a daunting flight just because it's really long, it's very remote, rugged, and if something goes wrong, you're basically screwed. Also, timing it with a good weather window is probably one of the most challenging parts. The weather on the west coast of the island versus the east coast is totally different, and it's a really long island north to south, so you can get totally different weather systems en route, even on the same day.
It's alright now. It's alright now.
It's about a 550 nautical mile round trip around Vancouver Island, and that's a long time in a Cessna 170.
Sweet, Paris, good to go? Yep, good to go. Alrighty, full power. Gauges are green. Sails up, airspeed's alive.
Think we might be out of time tonight, but it's alright now.
First thing, I'm popping across the water to pick up my filmmaker buddy Marcus, who'll be joining us for the day.
Alright, positive rate of climb, flaps coming up.
I decided to fly in a counterclockwise direction just so I could time it with the weather. The weather South Island in the morning didn't look great, so we wanted to fly up the east coast of the island all the way around to the north point at Cape Scott, and then from there fly the rugged and raw west coast all the way down past some islands, parks, and gas up in Tofino. And then by the time we hit Tofino, the weather looked like it was going to be improving, and then we could do the southern route of the island. I think it was hands down the coolest mission I've ever had in my Cessna.
Every action and
Alright, Paris, we just got a level at or below 1200 for some airspace to stay below it up here. Yep, sounds good, copy.
but it's alright now. It's alright now. You can make it through it. I know I can make
Seashell
it
traffic,
through
Cessna 170, easy to launch for Lima, flight up to final 30, full stop, Seashell.
The day started off linking up with my buddy Paris Gore from Bellingham, Washington in his vintage Cessna 175.
All you got is attitude.
All good?
Paris is a longtime friend of mine. He's a photographer. I work with him in mountain biking, and we've been chatting about this trip for a while, and he had to come over to do some work with me, and it kind of just lined up that we had both our airplanes, and I was like, let's do this. It's definitely better than doing it solo. Early that morning, we loaded up in Nanaimo, both our planes, gassed up, and then blasted off to Seychelles on the Sunshine Coast to pick up my filmmaker buddy Marcus.
Just picked up my homie Marcus. Say hi, Marcus. And yeah, we're gonna begin the island trip now. Let's go.
Many times we had walked ourselves in circles,
Full power.
only to find we're in the right place. We're here at home between the verses and the find peace, knowing together we're never alone.
Yeah, I guess you haven't been on the plane yet since I've had this like stall kit installed, have you?
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah, it's like makes like quite a significant difference of taking off. So
So can you do a lot shorter distance now?
yeah.
Corey Bravo's departed one-way 30 Seashell.
Marcus hasn't spent much time in small planes. He's also not a pilot, but he's a really good up-and-coming young filmmaker, so we wanted to bring along for the trip. From Seashell, we popped back over to the main island and started heading north.
Hey, if you want to get any iPhoners in my plane during it, just shoot them landscape.
Okay, word.
Should I pull off and do a like right bank?
Yeah, do it right now.
Alright.
Holy that is so gnarly every time, dude.
Nice. The sound like opened up too. It looks really cool.
That's so
Hell yeah.
every time. We're like, oh shit.
All the lives we have traded now are memories, shadows on a wall that are fading. But here and now is what's between us, and the future we will hold in time if we're patient through the trial.
Flew north past Texada Island and then intersected Courtney and flew through the Courtney military airspace. From there, kept heading north. Once we got past kind of the last big town, which is Campbell River, things got really raw and wild very quickly. There's really not much going on north of Campbell River until you hit Port Hardy, which is about an hour and a half. So steep mountains going into the ocean, and all there really is out there is logging camps and fishing. Really wasn't expecting this area of the island to be so beautiful. I knew what I was in for coming up to the west coast, just from what I've seen and the little bit of flying I've done out there. But the northeast coast of the island is stunning. The water was this brilliant, deep navy blue, and I've never really seen colors like that before. And the way the trees, the beautiful color of the trees just contrasted the water so nicely, it was stunning.
Are you radio to Oscar Lima, full stop 29, number 2.
To Oscar Lima, roger. And confirm you have the other inbound traffic in sight.
Have the traffic to Oscar Lima.
Sure, thanks.
We landed in Port Hardy for gas, which kind of stung because it was like $3.30 a liter, so about $1.30 more than Nanaimo, but it's remote up there, so gotta pay to play.
Corey Bravo says taxiing to fuel pumps.
Corey Bravo, roger. And fuel is by truck here. Will you be staying long?
No, we will not be long.
Roger, you can park on the east side of the apron behind the white line if you'd like.
Alright, sounds good, thank you.
One sec. Port Hardy really is the last stop on the line until you fly all the way around the northern tip and west coast of the island until you hit Tofino. So it's the largest span of remote terrain on Vancouver Island. I think it's a couple hundred miles at least.
Hardy radio to Oscar Lima, landing up a rolling 0.
And you do not want to have anything go wrong out here. But man, is it worth it for the views.
Gauges are green. Airspeed's alive.
Don't under the gun. She's been working since the day was done. She forgot her last name. She must have lost it in the pouring rain. She says, come with me, and we'll hide out under the neon dream. Stay a while, see where the sun dies.
Once we left Port Hardy, you're literally in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing as you head along the northeast coast of the island as you head to the very northern tip where Cape Scott National Park starts.
We got Paris off the right wing, and we are pretty much at the farthest north point of Vancouver Island. We've been flying for like 2.5 hours now. And yeah, it's stunning. It's just straight ahead, just Japan, Alaska. It's pretty cool. Would you surf that?
I would if I could.
I'm gonna do like a big circle in this bay here and let you catch up.
Sounds good. Yeah, we're just cruising, sightseeing.
Once we hit the north coast of the island, the terrain changed so quickly.
I was running away. I saw Joni almost every day. Never knew what to say. I'm sorry for the part I've played.
Look at this, dude. Oh my god. Insane!
I've heard a lot about Cape Scott throughout the years, and I know it's kind of the crown jewel and creme de la creme of Vancouver Island, but I've never been there because it's a mission to get to by car. So I was just waiting for the timing to line up that we could fly there, and it did not disappoint. The beaches, the mountains, the ocean, the trees, it's just untouched raw wilderness, and the beaches are massive. They look like Hawaiian beaches, they're huge. It's a park, so we couldn't land there, and we flew quite high to just make sure to not disturb anyone or anything.
Look at those rock formations, man.
Yeah, it's unreal. Never seen anything like it.
Yeah. Wow, look at this, dude.
Oh, insane.
Just out here off the west coast of Brooks Peninsula, outside of the park, and it is stunning. Very raw, rugged British Columbia coastline. It's beautiful.
But it was really awe-inspiring. I think none of us could believe how beautiful it is up there and just how remote it is, you know?
All right, Mark, seatbelts down tight.
Yep.
Seats locked in place.
Yep.
Cool. Cool. It's just really high tide.
Is that your beach on your left there?
This is it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just circle out here for now.
Sounds good. So the tide is quite high, but it's definitely still landable.
Yeah, sounds good. You don't think it'll be too soft for Noseville guy?
I don't think so. I'll take a look-see at it.
I'm just gonna fly back up a little bit, kind of fly around in this bay. Keep you don't have to worry about me in there.
Sounds good. So there's a waterfall in the middle of the beach. You want to land on the north beach.
sounds good.
It's, try and land when you're coming in, like right after the river that comes out from the waterfall, probably like 100 or 200 feet past the river, and then you have a few thousand feet of runway.
Alright, sounds good here. How'd you feel?
Pretty good.
Once we passed the northernmost remote part of Vancouver Island, we ended up landing on one of my favorite beaches. This was Paris's first beach landing. I've been to this beach a ton of times. It's one of my favorites. It has a beautiful freshwater waterfall and a pond. But this time of year was a little bit different. The tide was way higher than usual. There was a lot of runoff coming through the forest down the beach, which kind of made it like quicksand in spots. And there's some debris on the beach too, so made it a little bit of a challenge for Paris's first landing, especially in the nose wheel plane.
My age is showing. Toss me that cigarette you hold. I say we sail across the ocean. We might just beat the dawn, and we might not get forever. My mind is changing all the time, and something's changing.
Quickly checked out the beach and we wanted to get going, but once we went back to the planes, Paris's plane actually sunk in about 5 or 6 inches, so yeah, she's a bit stuck. He parked in a spot where there was runoff coming down from the forest to the water, and yeah, it's basically like quicksand, so we started digging out the wheels as quick as we could.
How's the excavation going here?
Paris tried getting in the plane and giving her the beans, but no success. So we dug out the wheels, threw some wood under each wheel, and then as Marcus and I were pushing on the wing struts, Paris hopped in full throttle, and we eventually got her out. Dude, sick. Oh man. After the beach landing, we continued heading south along the west coast. This area is still super remote, rugged, but it does have the nice options that if you do have an engine out, there's a lot of beaches to land on.
That's so gnarly.
And all your thoughtless thoughts, I know they seem relentlessly, but although your mind has crossed the ocean streams, it seems to be.
Tofino's the largest town on the west coast of Vancouver Island, although it's still tiny, super touristy, but it's kind of like a storm watching and Canada's beach surf town. Well, and I even bought a surfboard off Marketplace because I'm starting to dabble in that a little bit, just kooking it up out there.
Hold you high tonight. I don't know.
Are you ready? Zulu Oscar Lima, rolling 29. Zulu Oscar Lima, roger, report clear the zone.
South of Tofino, the scenery just got even more beautiful. You know, we flew over Barkley Sound, which is a national park, Pacific Rim National Park. It was just breathtaking.
Dude, these beaches are insane. Yeah, you probably can't land on here, huh? Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's a provincial park. Goes like beautiful sands and just the gnarliest rock.
Vancouver Island has some of the largest and oldest trees in the entire world. One of the coolest parts about this trip was just seeing these groves of untouched old-growth forests, which are thousands of years old. Vancouver Island used to be obviously all old-growth trees, but I feel like at least 90-95% of it is gone just from observing it, and you really get a sense of the scale of logging and like devastation that they've done to these natural ecosystems when you fly over it. Flying along the southwest coast of Vancouver Island, we eventually intersected Big Lonely Doug. Big Lonely Doug is a old-growth Douglas fir tree that they left alone in a clear cut when they logged it in 2011. This tree is absolutely massive. It's estimated to be over 1,000 years old, it's 220 feet tall, and at the base it's 13 feet in diameter. It's definitely a reminder of how little old-growth trees there are left here on Vancouver Island, and it's kind of symbolic amongst the clear cut of how little of these ancient forests remain. Once we reach the southern tip of the island, we hit Victoria. Victoria is the largest city on the island, and it's definitely a big contrast from the rugged west coast, which is only like 30 miles from there.
Just at the north end of Harbor Control Zone 1800, looking to transit your zone at 1.82 Seashells. Zulu Oscar Lima identified. Cleared through the zone. I'll just have you climb to 2,000, please. Roger, 2,000 Oscar Lima.
At this point of the trip, I'm absolutely gassed. I think I'd spent about 10 and a half hours in the airplane that day, and my legs were tired from the rudder, my mind was fried, and it's about as far as you'd want to fly in one day.
There's a friction in my conscience. Am I too far gone? Does the good mean there must be something more?
It's almost impossible to put into words how beautiful Vancouver Island is and how lucky we are to have that essentially right out our back door.
Straight traffic, Cessna 170, Foxtrot, Zulu Oscar Lima over the north end of Salt Spring, 2,500 northbound for Seashells.
What I know is you are home.
Ended up dropping Marcus off back home in Seashelt on the Sunshine Coast.
Seashell traffic, Cessna 170, Zulu Oscar Lima, rolling 30.
And from there, I did the 20-minute flight back home solo at sunset and couldn't ask for a better way to end the day. I think this will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me to do the trip in one day. I'm really keen to do it again with some more friends, but I'm going to bring some camping gear, split it up, and kind of take my time with it because 11 hours in an airplane is a lot of flying for a day. On final back into Nanaimo, it made me feel pretty damn lucky for where I live.
You showed me that no one is ever too far.
Oh, 10 hours in the plane today. Final landing, short final, Nanaimo. Stoked, but I'm tired.
What I know is you are home.
4 landings, 550 nautical miles, 11-hour trip. What an incredible experience. I'll be back for sure. Thanks for tagging along, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.